Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to give you my review of the 4K digital version of A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over at Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at MovieGuy365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I will put a link for that in the description. All right, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is now available on 4K digital over on the Apple TV, iTunes, or on the VUDU digital platform. And I'm happy to say that this is going to include both a 4K Dolby Vision color grading and Dolby Atmos. So let's not waste any time. Let's talk about the picture quality of A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Inherently, I feel that the movie itself, while shot in native 4K, it does look a little bit soft at times. Now, this was actually shot digitally, but it would also utilize some of the original cameras used to shoot for the Mr. Rogers segments that were originally used for Mr. Rogers himself back when he originally aired. So I thought that was a very nice blend of both films. It's not an overly, it's not a lush kind of movie. It definitely has its moments. I feel that color is utilized fairly well here. Everything from, Tom Hanks sweaters to just the land of make-believe, and those respective scenes look really good. The more real scenes, the ones that take place like in the subway or the apartment of our main character, a little more natural. They're a little darker and they look good, but it's not going to, pop your eyes out color-wise. But for the most part, when it is utilized, it looks fairly good. Detail-wise, I feel it's really on point here. Going back to the sweaters, they look great. Everything from costuming. Once again, the land of make-believe it looks really detailed there. There's a lot to look at. You could almost see individual paint streaks. We're up close to that degree at some point. For the most part, detail is spot on. It looks really good. Black levels are nice. They're good. More natural, pretty deep. There's nothing, I didn't really have any issues with grayness or elevated black levels, as digital can sometimes compress to that point, but for the most part I thought it looked good. One particular scene in some of the darker interiors of our main character's apartment, tiny bit of macro black, just a tiny bit, but it's one of those things you just gotta really be looking for it. That's what we do over here. Just find that fine-tooth comb that area, look for it, but it's nothing really bad. It's nothing I'm going to ding the score on inherently, but I feel that overall the native 4K presentation here, picture-wise, is very on point, and it was nice to get that Dolby Vision grading. Audio-wise, that also is a Dolby Atmos. Kind of wondering why. I mean, look, I love a Dolby Atmos track, but for this kind of movie, it's kind of seems a slightly bit overkill, but that's okay. I enjoy that. Anyway, it's not overly aggressive. So this movie is 90% front heavy. There isn't going to be a whole lot going on with your surround sounds or your height speakers, but there's a couple scenes that make use of those. The land of make-believe with the little trains and the characters, sometimes they pop in on the rears, they sound good. More busier street sections where people are walking around outside and there's lots of people, that utilizes that surround sound aspect fairly well. The subway, when they're singing the song, everybody, it kind of fills the sound stage of my room. It sounded really good. It sounded like it was coming from everywhere, and I love little touches like that. Sound is fantastic. It's a subdued track to a point, but that's just the way of the movie. It's not aggressive, it's not action, there's not going to be that kind of feel to it, but I think it's a very beautiful overall audio mix. So yeah, that's my review. I'm going to go ahead and give the picture quality of this one an A-. It could be a little bit subdued as far as what we get here, but the richness of the native 4K looks fantastic. It's beautiful. Just have no complaints here. It's a nice picture. Audio-wise, a B+. It's not aggressive. It is a very kind of dialogue-heavy driven kind of film, and that's okay. It sounds good, but there are really good moments in this movie where your entire surround sound setup is going to be working for you, and that's a great thing. I love it. It's awesome. It's a very good audio mix. So that is my review of A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Let me know in the comments below if you had a chance to check it out, and what did you think of the film. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'll put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.